So another little video is thinking about this low stress way to play, and I think as people get older like me, it's important to develop a swing that you don't injure yourself and end up not being able to play golf for a couple months, right? Where's the fun in that? So another thing I think is important for me, I developed some arthritis in my hands. It was partly, I think, from playing with a very strong grip this way, which I then got through the ball, and then it turned over very fast, and the club pulled on my fingers. There was a lot of strain in it. So I myself have switched over, and I've designed this to be more this kind of grip, where this palm is really much more, or the back of the hand rather, is much more toward the target. And the advantage of that, this one is also palm at the target, back of this hand toward the target, kind of old school, right? So the advantage of that is when you go through, you don't have that, you don't have to hold off to stay square and then have a strong release of the club. It smooths out basically the release of the club. You can see that when I'm swinging this, there's no moment of flipping it, right? So I think that's a good way to be a little easier on the body as well as what I talked about yesterday, which is letting the club fall, tossing back, going with the motion of it, never fighting the motion of the club, always just being responsive to it and going with it, and then figuring out how to time where that release is, right? Because that's where the speed is. Speed is in that releasing of the club. So, go back to the club again. Now, you feel, use that heavy object so you feel how to transition better. Let it drop and go with it, right? Do the same thing, let it drop and go with it. One thing I like to feel is your hands hinge, hands release. That's the timing of a good release into the ball, that you get there, and then you release the ball. Release the club, right? So hands hinge, hands release. Hands release. So we'll do this very low strain here. Not a good strike, but not a bad swing, but I did miss it a bit. Let's see if I can hit a good one. Happens, right? Happens. Don't stand in the right place, you're not going to hit the ball well. Think about being in a better position, staying with it. Much better. So, we get out of that. So, very low strain. And then if I want to make that bigger, there's two things you want to do. Give it a little more time here. First of all, make this backswing a little bigger, right? It's just more time, it's more stored energy, drops farther, gets more speed, and then turn later. Right? Let it fall, feel like it falls this way, and then turn later. So stay longer with your back to the target, so a little longer. That'll be a bigger version of that, but not anymore. No more strain on that. That's still the same amount of effort. So that's hitting there. That's a lob wedge. It went 84. So plenty long for a lob wedge.